Everyone, I know it's been a while since I've posted a video. I'm sorry about that. In this Tech Tips Weeks video, I'm going to teach you how to set up Proxmox, which is basically a area where you can do a bunch of virtualization online. It's pretty cool. It runs off like a Linux server. So the first thing that you'll need to download is VirtualBox, or you could use VMware. But I'm using VirtualBox for this. This is completely free. And then the next thing that you'll need to download is the ISO Proxmox file. The one that I am using is 6.3, so Proxmox VE 6.3 ISO installer. So you just download that and then open up VirtualBox. Click on Tools, New. And for the type, you'll want to make it Linux version 64 bits. 64-bit. And then for the name, I'm going to name it Tutorial Proxmox. And click Next. Here is where you'll want to select your memory. So I'm going to make it a little higher. I'm going to make it 2048 megabytes. Next, and then you will create your virtual hard disk. Click create a virtual hard disk now, create. Click VHD, next. And I'm going to do a fixed size because it's just easier. That way you don't have to mess with trying to expand it when you're trying to upload an ISO image on Proxmox. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right, next. And I'm gonna make this about 21 gigabytes, and I'm gonna create it. This could take a minute. All right, after you get done with that, go to Settings, Network, and for your first adapter, you want it to be NAT. Click Advance. Port forwarding, add. For the host port, it's going to be 8006, guest port 8006. Then click OK. You want another adapter, enable network adapter, and for this one you want it to say internal network. And for this, just go ahead and put allow all. Then you'll want to go to System and click Network. Check Network right here. Go to Storage. Click right here where it says Empty. Click the little disk right here. And then this is where you'll want to put your Proxmox ISO file. And then click OK. Then click Start. If something pops up to ask you like what disk you want to use, just turn it off, restart it, and then add the ISO file again. The way that you turn it off is to get out of this, you press the right control, and then click on the X, then click Power Off Machine. Okay, so what you want to do is go ahead and press Enter for the first one, and then click OK. I agree. And then this is your hard disk that you made earlier. Click Next. Your country. A password. And it wants you to type in your email. That's not really my email, by the way. And then you can type in an IP address right here, or you can just leave it default. I'm going to put in 18 for this one. This is your gateway, so please pay attention to this. You may want to write some of this down for reference later. And then click Next, Install. Okay, as soon as that gets done installing, press the right control button to get out of this. Right click the little CD, click remove disk from virtual drive, then click force unmount. Okay, and then after you do that, you want to click the X button and then power off. Okay. Click start, and it'll want you to press F12. So if you have an HP or whatever it is, you may have to click an additional button with that to get it to work. And then after you hit F12 in your virtual machine, press 1. Then go ahead and press enter for the first one. The default username is always root. And then the password is the password that you made earlier. Okay, so now we're up and running, and as you can see, it tells you to go to HTTPS and whatever you put right there. So we're gonna try that. If this did not work for you, what you will need to do is go into your adapter options on your Windows computer or whatever your computer you're using. So go and type in control panel, network and internet, go to network and sharing center, change adapter settings, and the one that you're looking for is your VirtualBox only. Right click it, click properties, click on IPv4, double click on it, and sometimes it'll say a different IP address in here. So earlier when I told you to note what it was saying on there, that's what you'll put in there for your IP address, whatever you had. The subnet mask, a lot of times it's 255.255.255.0. It's like that if it says /24. If it says something else, just let me know. It may be a different subnet. Your default gateway, and then this is Google, so that's what I put in there for the DNS server. So click OK, OK, and then if you try it, it should work. It should say something, your connection is not private. Click advanced, proceed anyway. Type in your username, which is root, your password, whatever you made, and then click OK. So as you can see, here you are with your Proxmox virtual environment. You can look at a lot of things in here. If you click on the PVE, you can click on summary, and then it tells you about your CPU, your load, your RAM usage, how much space you have, and then it has some nice charts on here that you can kind of look at here. Your network traffic. You can also go into the shell and type in commands. You can do migrations. There's a lot that you can do in here. You can configure the firewall on this. But I'm just going to show you the basics. This is really good if you don't know much about virtualization, and it's completely free and you can just play around with it. Also right here, if you look at the arrow, you can click the arrow, and then you have the local PVE. Tells you how much storage there is, and then you have this one. Also tells you how much storage there is. Alright, so now we're gonna add a ISO image. I have one of Windows, so I'm going to upload that one. Just go ahead and click on local PVE ISO images. Now, for whatever reason, sometimes this doesn't pop up. Like, see, that shows up, so you just kind of have to click back and forth for some reason, and then it pops up. I'm not sure why. If anyone knows why, just let me know. and click upload, select file, and then I'm going to click windows.iso. There's my ISO image, and then upload. Alright, and so now we're going to create a virtual machine. So go ahead and create VM up here. Next, it's going to ask you for the ISO image. So I'm going to click the Windows one. It's a Microsoft Windows. I think it's that one. Next, leave everything default. It's going to ask you for the hard disk. Leave that one. Just go ahead and leave the memory like that. Leave it like that and finish. Now we can spin up our virtual machine here in a minute. Alright. There it is. Windows. Right here. Click start. And then double click it. Alright, if it won't start, go into your options and then click KVM hardware virtualization and then put no. It's going to be really slow, but it's going to work. If you have any issues, go to your options and then look at your boot order, double click on it, and reorder it to where the Windows is the first one that boots. After it loads, you have all these options that you can look at. You can even monitor it and look at the health. And you can just look at how it's doing with the CPU, memory, network, the disk. And yeah. You can also do backups and replications, snapshots. Alright everyone, thank you for watching. I hope this helps you to do your own home labs and everything. It's a really interesting program, so if you have any questions, just let me know.